Good morning, everyone. On this Monday morning, we're continuing our reading through the book of Ephesians. We're in chapter 2, verses 1 through 10. Brothers and sisters, you were dead in your transgressions and sins, in which you once lived, following the age of this world, following the ruler of the power of the air, the spirit that is now at work in the disobedient. All of us once lived among them in the desires of our flesh, following the wishes of the flesh and the impulses, and we were by nature children of wrath, like the rest. But God, who is rich in mercy, because of the great love he had for us, even when we were dead in our transgressions, brought us to life with Christ. By grace you have been saved. Raised us up with him and seated us with him in the heavens in Christ Jesus, that in the ages to come he might show the immeasurable riches of his grace in his kindness to us in Christ Jesus. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from you. It is the gift of God. It is not from works, so no one may boast. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus for good works that God has prepared in advance that we should live in them. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Great passage here. Incredible insights that the Apostle Paul gives. And part of it is he begins by just painting a picture. We were dead. If you're dead, you're dead. There's not much there. Now, obviously, it's not a death of a physical death, though that will eventually come. It's not a psychological death. It's not a death of even other types. This is an important one. It's a death in regards to our relationship with God, the Creator. There's a spiritual death that is there in our lives before Christ. And he says, with this, we follow just the patterns of this world. He mentions the spirit that is now at work in the disobedient, following the ruler of the power of the air, which is Satan. So we're following all these impulses on our own. However, he changes the tone by saying, but God. And this is the important thing. It is God who initiates this whole scheme of salvation for us, who is rich in mercy because of the great love he had for us, even when we were dead in our transgressions. Some other translations put trespasses. That kind of is more of a vivid one, I think. Because trespassing, you know what that means. You go across the boundaries of where you're supposed to be. We've done a lot of trespassing when it comes to what God has given to us as our boundaries. And so we are, we're dead in this. Yet, in spite of that, dead in our transgressions, brought us to life with Christ. By grace, you have been saved. Interesting thing. And Apostle Paul makes it so vivid. We have been raised up with him in Christ and seated us in him in the heavens in Christ Jesus. That's quite vivid where we're seated because of the grace of God. He goes on to say this grace that has been given to us is for something, though. For we are his handiwork. Another translations, the Jerusalem Bible puts it, we are the art of his work, or work of art. We are God's work of art. It's a beautiful picture that God is wanting to do a work of art in us. And that purpose is that because we are now created in Christ Jesus, we are now given good works so that we can do and live this out, this life that we now have in Christ. Hope you're enjoying your day today, and stay safe, folks. Hopefully we'll get to see each other soon. Bye for now.